Please call roll.
Grindy?
Yes.
Rapaz?
Yes.
Quirk?
Yes.
Bills and payroll.
I'll move.
I'll second.
Call roll, please.
Grindy?
Yes.
Rapaz?
Yes.
Quirk?
Yes.
All right. Nothing from the public. Widseth will go with Steve.
Good morning.
Morning, sir.
A couple quick updates. Plans and specs for the lead service line replacement project. Those were submitted to Department of Health for their plan review. So we'll be hopefully filing those plans. I'm hoping at the next commission meeting, and then getting those out, start advertising for bids. I could have maybe pushed that a little bit and filed today, but I kind of wanted to see if Department of Health kind of came back with any, comments, things that we would need to address on the plan. So that's kind of, and I did kind of find out through Department of Health too, the 200,000 that we're getting in funding. Sounds like Department of Health has kind of put a cap on that a little bit. Again, I think just trying to, get those dollars out there to as many communities as they can too. So, so that's where we're at on that project. And then the next one that's kind of on the slate is the Lime Pond cleaning project, and we'll just kind of be working on that with Brian. So that's what I got for updates.
Any questions for Steve?
No.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
No Todd today, okay. Well, we'll talk to Ron while Todd catches his breath here.
Good morning. I got about a 20-minute report on bylaws and policies of the Water and Light.
All right.
April Fools.
Move on to old business.
No, nothing to report. That was just an April Fool's joke from my president.
You're a sick man. Thank you. Any questions for Ron?
No.
Thank you, Mr. Dahlstead. Mr. Forrester. Sorry, man.
That's all right.
Morning, Todd.
Good morning. Just a few items. Business Highway 2 lighting. That project's complete except for the cleanup. So we need to get out there and do a substantial completion inspection. Put that list together and get it to the contractor, and then whenever weather gets warm enough and they can get that part done.
And that looks like that's going to be a while yet.
Yep.
Oh, I mean, it's 85 here. Don't tell Mr. Quirk.
So we are holding a little over 10,000 yet on that project till that gets done. So
Okay.
Very good.
I haven't been out to look at it myself yet, but I think it should be all right as far as I know. So, but we'll get out there and get that done, and we'll get that completed pretty soon. Our 2026 equipment materials. Should have that spec ready for your approval at the next meeting on April 15th. So I got to go over a little bit of that with Todd yet to finalize everything, and we'll get that ready. Other than that, we're working on the Central Middle School solar project. I got some information I got to get together, give to Keith for that, for the agreement. VFW Arena. And we got a little bit of information on that as far as where the transformer is going to go, but as far as I know, we still don't have any loading information. Right? So that, working on the industrial park sub. Still owe Todd some LMT drawings. And then we may have to go out and get some quotes from a couple contractors for some unit construction pricing. We aren't doing a miscellaneous contract this year, but there has been a couple little jobs popped up that we're going to need some help with. So we'll probably work on that, see if we can get some pricing locked in. Just if we need them, we'll call them up and have them come over and do the work. go that route, so. That is all I have unless there's questions.
Any questions for Todd?
No.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Old business, nothing. Downtown Development Association Street Fair banner request.
Morning.
Good morning, Jordan.
All right, so the Downtown Development Association would like to request for a banner to be hung on wire by the Sorley Bridge in East Grand Forks. This banner will be promoting the annual Downtown Street Fair, Downtown Grand Forks, August 21st to the 22nd. So the request is to place this on August 7th and have it taken down on Monday, August 23rd, right after the event. So this is one of those things we've done annually the last couple of years, and my recommendation is to approve hanging the banner on the bridge.
I'll move.
I'll second.
Call roll, please.
Grindy.
Yes.
Rapaz.
Yes.
Quirk.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Let's see, dunk tank water request.
Okay, another one I got here from Sacred Heart. So this is going to be for their annual end of school carnival on May 13th. So this came from Tamara Ramirez. And then she's the student council advisor over there. And the request is that she is reaching out to ask if we could have their dunk tank filled with the fire hydrant that is on their street, located 203rd Street Northwest. And then the recommendation is to approve having that dunk tank filled for Sacred Heart's event for end of year in May.
I'll also move on that.
I'll move.
Second.
Call roll, please.
Grindy.
Yes.
Rapaz.
Yes.
Quirk.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sale of 2024 Western Area Power Association Recs.
So this one I've talked about
Yep.
several times. Avant Energy went out and they bid out our RECs, and so this is the final. There was a low bidder, and this is the final step in the process. I'm looking for permission to sign off on the transaction approval form on the Water and Light's behalf, and then the check for somewhere around $20,000 will be coming to us. As I said before, we learned in the process that the newer the RECs are right now, the more they will get. So this next time around will be quicker in the process and maybe get a little better bid. So I'm looking for approval to assign the form and send it back to Avant.
I'll move.
I'll second.
Please call roll.
Grindy.
Yes.
Rapaz.
Yes.
Quirk.
Yeah.
Thank you. Department heads, Dottie.
Morning.
Morning, bud.
Water crew's still been working on getting into the homes with some possible lead services yet, so they're doing that as the appointments come in. I've been working with Folsom Farms on a little project they got going where their electric service for their building on 5th Avenue there. I'm going to meet with those guys this week. And the water crews, they've been putting in meters as scheduled appointments been coming in. They got off and on there, so they're keeping up with that. Todd mentioned the Business Highway 2 lighting. That is up and running. Like you said, they got a little bit of cleanup there, and it looks nice out there. It's nice to have that project done. Electric crew's been trimming around street light with trimming the trees around there, doing that as needed. And getting the DOT trucks all certified on inspections on our trucks for the year. And then working with Todd, we got another job that popped up, as he said, out on County 17 there, so we'll have to get a feed in there, so we'll probably have to work on getting an easement to get in there. And then Tyler and I have a meeting tomorrow on finalization of the bucket truck. Right before they start building it, just going over everything one more time, so that will take place tomorrow. Other than that, business as usual. Unless you got any questions.
Any questions for Todd?
Just how many houses do we have left to get into?
Not that many. I think he's down to probably around that 25-30 range that we weren't sure of, so we want to make sure that we have the right number.
All right, thank you.
Yep.
Thank you, Todd. Brian.
Good morning.
Morning, buddy.
Brian.
Morning.
I have a short report as well. Just would mention that all the samples for the month of March were collected and sent off and analyzed. And then also, I did attend a few LAWA meetings in the last couple of weeks. The major takeaway from there that I got was that Senator Hoven from North Dakota has secured $100 million for the Red River Valley Water Supply Project, and he is working and seeking an additional $350 million, which would be significant, savings for that project.
Absolutely.
And then lastly, as Steve mentioned, I'm still working with Minnesota Pollution Control to get some questions that we have answered from them in regards to our Lime Pond project. Unless there's questions, that's all I have.
Anything for Brian?
Any issues with the intake water quality this time of the year? I see the river's going up.
We did have some organics and some colors coming in early on. Obviously the river is already crested, and there could be a second crest coming and those sorts of things, but turbidities didn't get terribly high. I think maybe we hit 100. Now it's probably back down in that 30-40 range. Hardnesses didn't, it actually got softer, as that went, but not a lot of taste and odors, that we noticed, but we did get significant color.
Extend our appreciation to the guys for the work they do in the spring.
Okay, thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you, Brian.
Thanks.
Bree. My taxes are paid. I don't want to talk to an accountant.
Yeah, I don't have a lot to go over today, just that we did have Brady Mart's on site last week, and so that went really well. They had a big crew this year, so it went by really quick. Lots of questions, but it went well, and then been busy. City audit is next week, so I've been helping on some items with that, and then already started audit, or already started budget for 27. So, yeah, been busy. Unless there's any questions for me, that is it.
Anything for the money stealers?
No.
Thanks, Bree. Carla.
Bree did it all again.
Perfect. Mr. Jordan.
Okay, just a couple quick items here. Looking at rebates this time, I did get that one for Family of God paid out, so we got the calcs back from Frontier, so that's going to be for 2 furnaces. So we paid that out at the residential rate. A lot of inquiries about some commercial projects either started or starting this spring and summer, so working through those and working with Frontier a lot on getting everything taken care of. We got our AE2S rate survey finalized and completed before the deadline of March 22nd. So with that, we use our 2026 water rates as well as our data and statistics from 2025. Then I'm starting for April 30th the annual electric power industry report. That's something we do annually. It's always due by the end of April. And then last week, I joined MMPA in the Minnesota Children's Museum over at Sacred Heart in South Point. So that was an event they did Monday and Tuesday. And that's a 4th grade education event. So that went really well. And then this last weekend, I joined the EDA for the Forks Home Show over at the Purpur. And we had a lot better turnout than last year, so I thought it was a pretty productive event. So that went through Saturday and Sunday. And looking ahead here, just working on some of those commercial rebates, and then I'll be going to Grand Rapids for a MMUA event on the 27th to get some certifications on our distributed energy resource technical training. So it's going to be all on our solar and interconnection processes. So looking forward to that. Any questions at all?
Any questions for Jordan? No. Been a busy beaver.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Good job. Thank you.
Thank you.
Corey.
Business as usual, unless there's questions.
Anything for Corey?
No.
Mr. Keith.
So I just got back from the city's board meeting. I had the opportunity to chair the meeting again, so that was good. Good discussion. The only other thing that wasn't mentioned is Tomorrow, we have a Teams call with Grand Forks, City of Grand Forks. They're analyzing the Red Lake River on the flows and things like that to see what they think they actually need for the project. And so they invited us to participate in that, and so Brian and I will be doing that. Otherwise, that's all I have, unless you have questions for me.
Any questions for Keith? Thank you, sir.
Yep.
Commissioner reports, anything?
None.
Nope.
Motion to adjourn until April 15th, 2026.
I'll move.
I'll second.
Call roll.
Grindy.
Yes.
Rapaz.
Yes.
Quirk.
Yes.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.